Me and Elias is just now heading back home from Indiana. We got a big old load back here. But anyway, think about this. I want to title this video, Children and the System. Children and the System. Listen, it's obvious that America is matriarchal. And it's obvious that the feminists are dominating and that it is in this country's best interest to eviscerate, to emasculate, to castrate a man, and to give all the power to these Jezebel, Aphrodite, temple of Venus and Diana's women of today. That's painfully obvious. And when you get ready, when you go into these court systems, because it's amazing, a woman can throw any charge she wants on you in this wicked ass system that we have in America. That's why I'm gonna keep on talking about. Do not go out and get no marriage license. I'm going to sing that and preach that and shout that to the rooftop. But you think about this for a second. Who suffers the most in a separation or divorce, especially when the man has done everything that he can? See, you don't never know. Right now, things may be looking good, men, but you don't never know when this woman is going to turn coat on you, lie on you with impunity. I mean, just totally lie on you, totally misrepresent you to the whole entire community, on the internet, slander your name, defame your name, game people by using her feelings and emotions, because most people, rather than dealing with truth, they would rather just deal with feelings and emotions, how you feel. But think about this for a second. I just had a very wise brother call me. And he says, you know, Pastor Dowell, he says, you know, I don't think that I'm going to sit up here and fight for these children in this court system because it don't make sense. I mean, my wife is the one who took off and left me for no reason whatsoever at all, even planned it. We even have the facts of her planning this. She literally kidnapped my children and then has done spit slander and evil things into his children's ears that has literally turned his children against him. Think about that for a second. And I had these child protection services come in and so-called, check this out, they so-called supposed to have been monitoring me. Mind you, I am the breadwinner in the family. I am the one that's always provided for my children. I am the one that's always taking care of my family. I always, and then nothing goes south until my wife decided she was gonna kick the traces on me. Think about that for a second. And then you got all these idiotic people out here disbelieve everything she says simply because she can drop a tear and cry, manipulate their feelings and emotions. Then I get this woman come in, sometime too, these people, child protection services. First of all, I'm a black man. That's my culture. My culture is to rear and raise my children. All right? And I got this woman coming in here. She's supposed to be monitoring. All of a sudden, she oversteps her bounds, the child protection services woman. And she's going to start inserting her opinion, her feelings, and her emotions in what I can and cannot say concerning my children. I shut her down. I say, woman, you are here just to monitor. You ain't here to tell me what to do. You're not here to tell me how to handle my children or to rear or raise my children. Those are my children, not yours. All right? So, in all the weeks that she was there, mind you, he had to pay, court ordered, he had to pay for this child protection service woman to come over. $600 a week he had to pay in order to see his children, which are rebellious against him, and they're using the system as best as they can. That Jezebel woman, man, again, the Bible says a wise woman will build her house, but a foolish woman will pluck it down with her hands, and this is one foolish ass woman. Straight up it is. And think about, but guess what? She gonna have hell to pay come eternity though. This life don't last always. We all gonna meet the maker. And he says, I can't wait to go to judgment on this one. But then, he has one incident with this woman where they're trading words, the child protection services. Rather than actually writing a weekly report every single week about the evaluation, she took one incident of them disagreeing, him and the child protection service. And that's what she entered into the court system. And now the judge is trying to order him to pay for 2 child protection services. And mind, just a female judge. 2 of them to come monitor him. He says, no, I'm done. She can have the children. She said, I'm going to tell you what y'all just gave me, Pastor. I said, let's hear it, my brother. He said, y'all just gave me. You remember in the days of Solomon, when they was talking about his wisdom, there was two women that was fighting over a child. And one woman, you know, Solomon, he didn't know what to do about it. So he thought on it for a second, then he turned and said, I tell you what, bring me the child. Got a sword, was going to cut the child in half. Watch this now. Cut the child in half. And then the mother of the child begins to scream and holler and cry out, says, no, 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 let her have the child. Think about that for a second. Immediately, Solomon knew who was the real mother, because the one that was fighting against this other woman for this child right here, she didn't care if Solomon cut the child in half. In this situation and case right here, the brother is saying, you know what? The system is against me. The court is against me. All these Christians, these wicked Christians up here, everybody is against me, but yet nobody can tell me the evil and the wrong that I've done. Nobody can. And rather than set up a fight for these children, woman, you can have them. You can have them. I would much rather than bouncing these children back and forth from house to house. You spitting one thing in their ear and I'm saying another. You telling the children how bad and evil I am and all this other stuff, and they're believing it. And rather than them having to suffer all that, you can have the children. I would much rather, now you know who the real true parent is, because this woman don't give a damn if the house burns to the ground. She don't care about the children one damn bit at all. She don't care if these children turn out homosexuals. She don't care if these children turn out lesbians. She don't give a shit. She don't give a damn about these children and their well-being. Why one damn bit? And this man says, you know what? Rather than all that, I'm just going to go ahead and step back. You can have the children. My brother, you have made a judgment, and you have just, you could tell you an Israelite have crossed over, because in this case, man, Yah spoke to your heart and give you the wisdom of Solomon. If she gonna slander them and them children gonna dishonor you and disrespect you and not show you the honor of the father, like the commandment says, honor thy father and thy mother. Wives, it says, obey your husband. You ain't never had one in the first place. She can't obey you. You ain't never had a wife. All you had was a glorified state concubine. That's all you had. But brother, let me tell you something. Brother, you made the decision and the choice of the year, and I commend you for it. It's wise. Let them have them. Go ahead. Go be free, my brother. And that's the truth, and that's the truth straight way. I hope you all learned something. The king is coming. I'm so proud of this brother being strong and standing. I am so proud. I'm getting ready to go back home. You got both of them alive? All right, we ready to roll.